Hello, this is your coach Vijay. Welcome to a bright morning again. This is your second day of your orientation, and as you are all going to start your career as a human resource executives, it is very important for you all of you to understand what HR is going to be, what it is, and what it will be in future. So we are going to start this session, which is titled as Human Resource as Strategic Business Partner. Thank you very much for being with us. It's our pleasure. There are lots of things we have already covered, and you must be knowing all these things. So let me skip this. You know me very well. Whenever I start any presentation, I just happen to ponder upon one of the sayings of Einstein, the great Einstein, which reads like, imagination is more important than knowledge, for knowledge is limited, whereas imagination embraces the entire world. Simulating progress, giving birth to evolution, it is strictly speaking a real factor in scientific research. This is one of the important, deep rooted, and famous saying of Einstein, which has huge impact on anyone's life if he or she understands it. Most of the time, we all feel like that we must be knowing something, and during our school days, our college days, we keep on acquiring knowledge. That's that, and we will keep on doing that. However, what inspires you to acquire that knowledge? And for say, when somebody doesn't know anything, he aspires to know something. He look for that knowledge and he can gain. There are lots of way. There are lots of means from where you can acquire knowledge. But knowledge is a domain where there is a limitation. To expand that domain, what is more important is an imagination, which create or unsurface lots of new knowledge, new facts, new research, new discoveries, which is already there. The universe is already there. However, we don't know. So imagination will always have an important place over knowledge, because imagination is the source of knowledge. Imagination is what makes knowledge surface, what makes knowledge available to all of us. Had there been no knowledge, the world somehow runs. Had there been no imagination, the world cannot run. There is no progress. There will be no evolution. So that's where Einstein always stated that imagination will always remain to be a real factor in scientific research. And scientific research leads to the new knowledge. Coming to the main subject of today, the strategic HR and its present and future challenges. The strategy HR or HR as a strategic business partner is the future of human resource. As you all know, we have already discussed it yesterday. Being a strategic business partner makes HR more responsible, accountable, and target oriented. There are lots of challenges. We need to explain how a firm's HR influences its performance. It's now the change of paradigm. We are not talking whether we can hire people, whether we can retain people. It's all about the performance. We need to describe how firms can use HR initiatives for all the dynamics, business as well as technology as well as methodology changes. The need for a workforce which is diverse, which is global, which is moving in tandem with keeping the efficiencies, effectiveness, and economy in the organization and its business plan. We need to indicate how we can develop partnership with the employees, with the departments, with the managers, with the HODs. How we can implement and through formulation of targeted HR strategies that can help achieve the organization a sustained competitive edge over its competitors. How we can plan long-term strategies in order to fit all the corporate one, the business one, the manufacturing or the service or oriented strategies in all, and make the organization a viable business in order to achieve the desired results. See, the organization is changing because the environment externally or internally is changing. Legislations are going hayward. Globalization is pushing hard. There is a shortage of skill, talent, availability. A rise of the internet, a rise of the computing power, rise of the telecommunication powers or the technology, the rise of the service requirements, service capabilities is forcing the organizations to look for all those strategic fits, be it competitive positioning, in costing, in quality, its distinctive capabilities, its centralization or decentralization, its organization culture, its self-managed work teams, the adoption of the technology, whether outsourcing or insourcing, organizations structuring. All these challenges are in front of the organizations, and all these challenges are in front of the HR leaders these days. Coming up to the individual level, there is a capability matching question within the organization. There are social responsibilities, there are ethical dilemmas, there are job security issues, there are empowerment and delegation issues, which at individual level are very critical and need to be focused. So, in order to have an effective HR strategy formulation, we as a human resource department leaders, we need to now upgrade or level up our function, our departments as strategic business partners. It need to fit in organizational strategies, the external and internal environment. It will have organizational capabilities, organizational culture, which need to be fit into the whole umbrella of HR strategies in order to provide the firm a strong foothold to get improved performance. There are three major types of business strategies. One is a business may wish to be a overall cost effective leader in the market. So it would require a sustained capital investment and access to the capital, intense supervision of the labor, very tight cost control, lots of control reports, low cost distribution channels, very thin and downsized organizational structure, products designed like for ease of manufacturing, low cost technology, easy methodology, easy transportation, etc. etc. The HR strategies to deal with all these would be efficient production through efficient people, providing clear-cut job description, detailed work planning, a performance as well as appraisal system which works as a control mechanism and which is very frequent one. It's not that at the end of a year we do a appraisal. A more frequent and efficient performance appraisal system. On the other hand, if the organization or a business would like to have a differentiation strategy, they want to be differentiated, then we need to do lots of engineering stuff, lots of marketing stuff. We need lots of scientists, we need lots of creative people, we need lots of qualitative and technological leaders. And for that, our strategy as a HR business partner strategic business partner would be to foster innovation and flexibility in the organization. We cannot have a tight work planning with these people. We need to have a loose work planning. External recruitment would be a focus because we need to gather good talent. We need to have emphasis of individual based pays. The pay scale may vary. We cannot have a standard structure or maybe a pay structure. And we can employ the performance appraisal system as a development tool, not as a control mechanism. Because in sort of a differentiation or creative work, you cannot have a tight control. It need to be let loose because people need creative space. They need a time frame, maybe not driven by certain deadlines. So in the second type of differentiation strategy, we need to act differently. So when coming back to the original aspect, what are the challenges? So in each kind of strategic positioning the organization wish to take, HR has a bigger role now as a strategic business partner to play. We need to now establish efficient and effective workflows to foster innovation, organizational flexibility, broad job classes, and loose work planning. Then the staffing function, which used to be the original 1970s work of HR, need to be strategized also. The more focus on supervisor driven need to be now changed into independent working style, a matrix sort of organizational structure. There should be a emphasis on creativity and innovation orientation rather than too much focus on the technical qualification. Then the performance appraisal need to be customized. It need to be worked upon. The performance appraisals need to be more frequent, more focused, and a guidance tool, a development tool for the employees. And that appraisal system need not to be only pay high kind of target oriented tools. They need to be now multi-purpose. The third aspect of HR activities is training. Till now we used to have individual trainings, on the job trainings, job specific trainings. On the job training used to be while working, individual training or a group training used to be under some supervision, a classroom training kind of environment used to be there. Now we need to change our gears. The strategic business partner, that is the HR, is going to be need to have cross-functional training strategy in place. We need to have generic training emphasizing various organizational priorities in focus, like innovation, creativity breeding, like making work flexible, working within a team environment, working as an individual. providing opportunities for more scope of work, flexible job descriptions, etc. So trainings need to be oriented towards what the person is capable of, what he can do in future, rather than what we are trying to do him today. The change is always inevitable. Either you change by choice or you are changed. So managing the change is one of the key responsibility of the strategic business partner, that is HR. We need to have more change pro policies in place, more involvement of employees, the engagement of employees at a higher level, socialization of employees. Then we must have recruitment in such a way that an internal and external growth among the hired employees is in tandem with the organizational requirement, as well as people don't feel like getting no opportunities. The 360-degree appraisal system need to be in place because of the changing scenario. Now, the high dependence of the superiors to appraise the juniors is a single discipliner, a single input, which have no place in the changed environment. The strategic business partner's role. We need to have multiple inputs for the appraisals, because we are eyeing the employee, a single employee, as a resource to the organization. He or she is an asset. So we need to have a multiple inputs for his or her appraisal. We need to cultivate the leadership. We need to cultivate the habit of leading when it is required. People must understand the nature, style, and timing of leadership. They must demonstrate the leadership at various levels, at various performance levels within a team, as an individual, as an organization. And this being a very big challenge for the strategic HR. Obviously, HR department also will need certain competencies which as of now may not be there to become a full strategic partner. Understanding of the corporate business, its vision, its values, its goals, its technology, its financials, its performance characteristics, its product width and product depth. We need to understanding the unit's business, competition, competitive edge, the direction, market dynamics. We need to understand the internal and external customers. We need to understand the internal and external environment. So there is lots of challenge. We need to learn. We need to acquire these competencies to become the real strategic business partner to the organization. More or less, we need to develop a strategic thinking, not only for us, but for everyone in the organization, so that everyone understands the strategic business planning process. Why we are doing this? They must be understanding and be able to apply a systematic process for their own work planning, their own resource planning, and they must be able to understand where the whole activities, the whole endeavors of theirs fit in to achieve a bigger organizational goal. In that way, all this competency we not only need to develop ourselves, we need to impart we need to share, we need to imbibe these competencies among all of the human resource available at our disposal. The balance required, the integration required, the management required under the conditions of uncertainty, in paradox, the volatile nature of the business is another challenge which everyone in the organization need to be having a feel of. Here, the strategic thinking which we need to cultivate will help all of us. It will be helpful in selecting, designing, and integrating our systems and practices in physical way, in virtual way, the mindset of the organizational as a whole, the capability index of the organization as a whole, the competitive advantage of the organization as a whole will evolve. And the whole framework of the strategy, organizational strategy will evolve through this. In this way, companies can foster effective partnership among all, and the center pinpoint is HR. HR can foster this through their route of learning and development, targeted and focused, as well as development oriented appraisal systems, performance evaluations. So the kind of work HR used to do now need to be strategy oriented. Everyone will have certain strategic choices in their own functional areas that should be made in a way that support the mission and overall strategic plan of the organization. So this integration is also possible through HR strategic initiative. Environmental factors and organizational characteristics impact the most in reaching the desired targets and goals of the organization, and here the center of fulcrum is HR strategies. The key is collaboration. The key is collaboration among HR and other operating management people, surrounded by the overall organizational culture and change. management processes, framework, and overall organizational viability, which always is a result of a good planning, a good strategy, and a tactical as well as operational efficiency. HR will always be a strategic partner, and it has a lot of responsibility in keeping all of the actors in this organizational endeavor together, working, motivated, and learning. This is the only way, and this is the best way. HR as a strategic business partner has a lots of stake in organizational performance, and we will do it. Thank you for the patient listening, persuasive enthusiasm, and honest interaction. These are my contact details. You can always contact me for further guidance. However, my request would be to receive your valuable feedback when you will be receiving all those feedback forms later in the evening. This would help me improving this program. Thanks.